Hey, I'm Foxtide, and this is Catching Up.
Tell me about how Foxtide got started.
Well, basically, we all met in School of Rock, if you know what that is.
No.
It's like the movie, but like real life.
Yeah.
And so we were kids, man. Like, I joined School of Rock when I was like 9. And the rest of the dudes came around like when I was 14, 15, so like 8th grade. And basically, like, we all were in the same show, and we just like started to mesh together really well and like meld, and we were just like, dude, like, we got to jam. And funny enough, like, the drummer Ethan, our first drummer, he went to preschool with me. So like, we had been, and we were like really good friends back then, like really good friends at the age of like 4, you know. And then I didn't see him for like 10 years, and then he comes back to this like music school. I'm like, dude, I know you, like, I've seen you before. We used to be homies, and like, we just hit it off and started gigging and shit, and it was super fun. Yeah.
And what's like the most exciting gig you've had in the past, or what's your favorite?
Personally, I loved opening up for Beach Goons at the Irenic. That was probably our most fun gig, just because like, I loved winning the crowd over from like nobody knowing us, you know, because we got added to the bill like a day or two before. And so, you know, we were just like the opening act, and everyone was just like, oh, like, who are these dudes, you know? And then like, just seeing that moment when they all started to accept us, I was just like, bet, all right, here we go.
Where does Foxtide come from?
Dude, to be honest, like, I really like the name Tame Impala, and I really dig Kevin Parker. You know, he's the guy. And so, like, I kind of liked that, like, weird psych rock kind of twist on the name. And so, like, I just took two things that sounded cool, and I'm from San Diego, so I thought Foxtide worked. It kind of, like, made me think of the sound that we were creating, you know?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Thanks.
And for your songs, you said you write them all yourself, right?
Yeah, so like the writing process is usually I'll just be like alone in my room and just like make a riff, make a melody, bring it to the band. They add the rhythm section and maybe tweak it a little bit. Be like, yo, you should do this, you should do this. And then, we just get it going. It's a lot of like jamming. It's a lot of just like free flow. Yeah.
And would you say like when you write these songs, are they coming from personal experiences, or do you like fiction?
Oh, definitely personal experiences. I mean, whether I'm like kind of taking the persona of like another character, kind of like, for example, like this song that we have, Tide, is like about a pushover, you know? And it's like, it's kind of related to me because, like, you know, everyone can be a pushover, but not totally related to me. So it's maybe just like honing in on tiny things about your personality or all that. Yeah.
What would you say there's a song that you've written that means the most to you?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I mean, dude, they all kind of take like a little chunk, but some more than others. I liked writing "She's Not Yours" because, like, at the time, like, it was just like so emotional.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, dude, like, hey man, touch her, she's not yours, she's not mine either. So like, you know, I was just like, I don't know. It's a weird spot that I felt like people could relate to, you know. That one and Tide as well. Just kind of like taking a little personal chunk. Yeah.
She's Not Yours is actually my favorite. I've had that shit on like repeat.
Oh, thank you, bro. What?
And are there any like bands that really inspire that writing style? I know you've mentioned Tame Impala.
Yeah, dude, I love the fucking first Tame Impala album. The first Strokes album. That one kind of like took a shine on She's Not Yours too. That guitar part I really love. And what else? Like, I mean, honestly, I'm inspired by like a lot of stuff I don't really write, like Anderson .Paak, you know, Steve Lacy, Cosmo Pike, maybe like some Smiths, like the Doors, and you know, I don't really like. Sometimes I'll hear a tiny bit, but not really. I just kind of like a lot of different shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I know you've done a couple music videos too, right?
Yeah, we have like one real one out. It's for Everything That's Mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
And how did those like come about, and what was like the most exciting thing about that for you?
Oh, dude, those were just like, yo, we don't have any money. Like we just have homies with cameras, and literally most of the shots were shot on iPhone. So like, I was like, I had an idea. I was like, all right, let's go to the desert because that's kind of like the scene I'm getting for this song, and let's just like fuck around, put our band setup out there and see what happens, you know. And that was probably the most fun because we just like went out to the dunes and just like shot all day, got sunburnt as shit, and like it was so fun, dude. And then the next scene we just did at like the City Heights skate park, which is like hella close to my house, and I was just like, you know, I gotta keep it local. Just invited a bunch of little homies that I knew, skate the bowl around us while we were like playing in the middle of it. And I just felt like I hadn't really seen that before, so I might as well like take a gash at it. So it was so fun, man. I love just like telling people to like jump in the music video. They loved it.
So when everything's said and done, you know, like once music gets going, once it's over, what's something that you hope to leave behind as an artist?
I would say just like inspiration, man, because like anytime that I like find an artist that I'm inspired by, it's like a totally fucking positive impact on me. I'm just like, man, this guy like shows me that I can do it, you know. For example, like Kevin Parker, I'm like, this guy was literally just in his house like making this fucking great music, and it just inspired me because like my favorite album by him is recorded in a shitty room, like with subpar like mics and shit like that. And I just want to leave behind like something positive to where I can just be like, hey man, you can do this too, you know. And like I think it's really just a blessing to be able to like explain yourself through music and just put it out there and just like get that little chunk shared. Yeah.
Well, that pretty much sums it up. I will ask one more question. This
Yeah.
is a bonus, but like how you were saying, he was recording in his room, or like it was like kind of subpar. How do you guys record? Because I've listened to him. I think that quality is actually pretty good.
Oh, thank you, man. The first project that we did was called Blind, and the bassist Orion just had an idea. He was like, hey, you know that coffee shop Lestat's that we always play at? I was like, yeah, man. He was like, we should just like record there and just do a live like one take recording. And I was like, fuck it, dude, I'm down. So we literally just had Lou, the owner, just press record, like barely adjust levels, and we just played the whole album like through. And then I just laid some vocals on it in my room, tried to mix it as best as possible, and then set it out. You know, and it's really like rough, but that was it. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well that's pretty much it. Yeah,
for sure. Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for coming. Sweet, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very eloquent, very confident, man.
Oh, thank you.